Uganda's President Yoweri Museveni says the country will borrow about $300 million from various local funds next year to finance road infrastructure development. He says the East African nation must improve and expand its roads to meet rising demand from the economy and its fast-growing population. CCTV's Allan Cheror has that report.
Uganda is set to borrow $300 million next year from various local funds for road infrastructure development. The Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni said earlier this month, whilst power generation and the oil sector have received bigger response from investors, the government has to provide guarantee for the roads and ask for terms that are favorable because the loans can potentially become public debt and there is need to limit the indebtedness of the country. Over the last 4 years, the government has prioritized the road sector by increasing the roads budget to improve and expand its road infrastructure and creating a national road authority.
As an officer in charge of 21,000 kilometers of roads, only 3,500 kilometers of those are tarmac. So there is a need to increase our tarmac network coverage, all weather roads. So government has prioritized about 2,000 kilometers of roads to be constructed in the next 5 years. Those roads are either associated with the oil industry, agriculture, or tourism. And those are the roads where we are seeking for funding.
The bulk of the Uganda roads are financed through bilateral loans from the World Bank, the Africa Development Bank ADB, Japanese government through JICA, its aid arm, and the UK Department for International Development, UKDFID. The $300 million is only a fifth of the $1.5 billion the country needs to improve and expand its road infrastructure, mostly owing to a huge population increase. The $1.5 billion is required to tarmac 19 priority roads financed under a contractor-facilitated finance scheme. But while the country can borrow and pay back with an interest locally, it cannot borrow more because the payment burden on the budget would weigh down on the public. Uganda has also had a poor record in road maintenance, mainly because most of the funds are allocated to road constructions.
Whereas government of Uganda has done well on construction of new roads and the rehabilitation of some of them, we've not done well as far as funding road maintenance is concerned. And that is the biggest challenge we are facing now. Government may be spending about $800, $700 million every year on construction of new roads and rehabilitation, but only about $50 million is being spent on road maintenance.
This challenge could be solved with a road toll charge. Most of the planned new highways have toll stations where motorists are required to pay a small fee that will be allocated for maintenance. Roads like the Kampala-Entebbe Expressway and the Kampala-Jinja Expressway will pave the way for this new system of revenue collection. Allan, CCTV, Uganda.